Everywhere you look, automation is taking over. Factories are humming with robots. Offices are filled with AI tools that write, code, and analyze. Even service industries, from logistics to customer support, are now run by algorithms instead of people. On paper, it's a golden age of productivity. Companies are doing more with less, producing faster, cheaper, and with fewer errors. Economists call it the efficiency dividend, the payoff of decades of digital innovation. But here's the twist. While productivity is rising, real business growth isn't. Revenues are flattening, wages are stagnant, innovation feels smaller, not bigger. For all the technology transforming the way we work, the economic results aren't keeping up. So, what's happening? How can an economy that's more automated than ever feel like it's standing still? The answer lies in a paradox that's reshaping modern business: the difference between working better and building better. Automation makes businesses faster, but not necessarily smarter. It removes friction. But friction, it turns out, is often where creativity lives. Let's start with the basics. Automation is designed to eliminate inefficiency, the repeated, manual, and predictable tasks that humans once handled. And it's brilliant at that. AI systems can process invoices in seconds, track inventory in real time, and predict maintenance failures before they happen. The short-term payoff is undeniable: lower costs, higher margins, faster output. But the long-term consequence is subtle. When everything runs too smoothly, companies stop asking questions. Because when efficiency becomes the goal, curiosity becomes a casualty. And without curiosity, growth eventually flatlines. Across industries, that's exactly what's happening. The more organizations automate, the less they experiment. Decision-making becomes data-driven to the point of paralysis. If it can't be proven by a model, it doesn't get done. In theory, automation frees humans to think creatively. In practice, it often does the opposite. Workers, under pressure to justify their value, end up spending their time managing systems instead of imagining new ideas. It's a strange irony. We've automated our way into more control, but less imagination. You can see it in corporate behavior. Many large firms have record productivity numbers, yet they're cutting innovation budgets and delaying riskier projects. Startups that once dreamed of disruption are now using AI mostly to streamline existing processes, not to create new products or categories. Automation, once sold as the engine of innovation, has quietly become the enforcer of routine. And it's not just a business problem, it's an economic one. Historically, big waves of automation, like the Industrial Revolution or the computer boom, led to new industries, not just better-run old ones. Textile machines didn't just make clothes faster, they created fashion. Computers didn't just improve accounting, they birthed the entire digital economy. But this latest wave feels different. The AI and automation revolution is improving how we do things, not necessarily what we do. It's optimization without transformation. Companies are spending billions to get leaner, not bolder. They're cutting human input, but not reimagining human value. And while that might satisfy shareholders in the short term, it creates a long-term trap. An economy built for efficiency, not expansion. Because growth, real, sustainable growth, doesn't come from squeezing margins. It comes from invention, and invention needs slack, risk, and failure. The very things automation is designed to eliminate. That's why economists are scratching their heads. Productivity per worker is rising again, but GDP growth and wage growth aren't following the usual pattern. Businesses are capturing the gains, but they're not multiplying them into new jobs, new sectors, or new opportunities. The gains stay at the top, trapped in profits, buybacks, and balance sheets. And beneath those glowing productivity numbers, the workforce is feeling the squeeze. Jobs are changing faster than people can adapt. Middle-skill positions, the ones that used to provide stability, are disappearing. Workers are either managing machines or competing with them. The result is a hollowing out of the labor market. High-end specialists on one side, gig workers on the other. That imbalance is slowing growth from the bottom up. When wages stagnate, spending weakens. When spending weakens, demand slows. And when demand slows, even the most automated companies can't grow their markets. It's a feedback loop, a machine that's running beautifully but going nowhere. Still, this isn't an argument against automation. The problem isn't the technology, it's how we're using it. Right now, most businesses treat automation as a substitute for human labor instead of a multiplier of human potential. They're automating to save, not to innovate. But the companies that will define the next decade will think differently. They'll use automation not just to make work faster, but to make it freer. Imagine using AI to reduce bureaucracy so employees can focus on strategy. Or automating supply chains so teams can design entirely new business models instead of chasing daily crises. That's what smart automation really means. Not replacing humans, but empowering them. And a few companies are already proving it works. In manufacturing, firms that pair robotics with skilled human oversight are outperforming those that go fully automated. In tech, companies using AI to augment design and decision-making, rather than replace it, are seeing faster innovation cycles. Because automation alone doesn't create progress. How we integrate it does. The future of business growth depends on whether companies can shift from an automation mindset to a creation mindset. From saving costs to expanding possibility. That's the pivot that will separate tomorrow's leaders from the ones who plateau. Because efficiency is a finish line, but innovation is a horizon. And the irony of our time is that we've built the most efficient systems in history, yet we've forgotten that progress isn't measured by speed. It's measured by direction. Automation has given businesses incredible power. Now they need to decide what to do with it. Will they use it to shrink costs or to expand imagination? Because that choice, not the technology itself, will determine whether this age of automation becomes a golden era of growth, or just another chapter in the story of missed potential.